There's a saying that pride comes before the fall, and this has been the case of Alejandro Garnacho. Just over a year ago, he had won the FIFA Puskas Award by scoring an incredible goal, a goal that defied physics. In fact, many Manchester United fans hailed him to be the next big thing, with some saying that he could probably be the heir to Cristiano Ronaldo's Manchester United throne. He had the world under his feet. But in this sport, there is something that we see that the higher you climb, the more devastating it is when the fall happens. And this is what has happened to Garnacho. From being the Puskas Award winner to being the player who was hooked at halftime against West Ham to eventually becoming a bench warmer. Garnacho was born in Madrid and he started his career at the Atletico Madrid Academy. In 2020, he was seen and scouted by the Manchester United scouts, which led to a whopping £420,000 being paid for him to sign for Manchester United. Upon his arrival, he didn't relax. He worked tirelessly and tore up the youth setup. He won the FA Youth Cup with the Manchester United youth team and eventually won the Jimmy Murphy Young Player of the Year back in 2022. His incredible performance caught the attention of Erik ten Hag, who was then the Manchester United coach, and he granted him his debut. In the 2023-2024 season, Garnacho became an integral part of the Manchester United senior team, playing and starting games on a regular basis. One of the major highlights was that incredible 50-yard bicycle kick goal against Everton. This was a goal that won him the Puskas Award, and not just only that, it also won the EPL goal of the season, joining the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney. Despite all this, his talent was raw, and the weaknesses and limitations in his game was evident. He continued to show inconsistencies throughout his game, but this was normal for a young player like Garnacho. He was missing chances, shooting where he should be passing, and passing where he should be shooting. However, he had the backing of Manchester United fans because to them, they saw him as one of their own and they had to defend and back him. However, this took a turn when he was dropped in one of the matches by Erik ten Hag for his indiscipline. Instead of him to be humble, he took it to social media. It did not end there. His younger brother, Roberto Garnacho, also took to the internet to like a post which was calling for the sack of Erik ten Hag. This is a petty. And who does that? Especially against your own coach. Who does that? Well, Garnacho was expected to apologize, which he did, and he continued to enjoy a run of games under Erik ten Hag. The tension deepened under the new manager, Ruben Amorim. And the highlight being in that final European match against Tottenham Hotspur, where before the game he has started and played a lot of matches, but he was dropped in that particular final. Although he later came on, but United lost the game 1-1 against Tottenham. After the game, he granted an interview and he told the reporters exactly this. Up until the final, I had played every run of game helping the team. And today, I played 20 minutes. I don't know. This statement did not sit up well with Ruben Amorim, who also threw shade at him that prior to the final, in the semi-final, he had also missed a lot of opportunities and therefore Mason Mount deserved to start ahead of him. It didn't end there. In fact, according to The Athletic, it was said that there was a big disagreement in the dressing room, with Amorim eventually telling him that he better praise that he get a team to sign him. Instead of Garnacho to remain humble and beg to stay, he also stood to his guns and he insisted that he get his move to Chelsea, or he was willing to rot even in the reserves. In the summer of 2025, the transfer saga for Garnacho developed. He was even pictured wearing the jersey of Aston Villa, and that again did not sit well at all with Manchester United fans. He eventually got his move to Chelsea, but for him it wasn't just a move to play football, but he thought it was a revenge time. It was time to show Manchester United the kind of decision that they've made, that it will come back to hand them. But karma is a bitch. And since he went to Chelsea, it hasn't gone well for him. In fact, several Chelsea fans took to social media to criticize him intensively, with some saying that it was a bad deal to sign him and even Mason Mount was better. On the other hand, Manchester United fans have been jubilating, saying that they've got their back against Chelsea for what they did to them in that Mason Mount deal. Garnacho's case had not become any better, and recently in the game against West Ham, he got hooked at halftime. Against Manchester City, he played 0 minutes, and that was the case also in the game against Fulham, and he only played 45 minutes against Bournemouth. This is a lesson for all young players, that you don't turn against the club that gave you the platform to shine, and no one is bigger than any club. No matter your quality or your caliber, the club comes first. Will Garnacho's case become better? I hope so, because he's just 21 years old and he has a lot of years in front of him to make things better. But if you continue like this, his ego might become his own enemy and he will have no one to blame. For Manchester United, I really supported them for the decision, and I think we should continue to take bold steps to make such decisions, not putting any player ahead of the club. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Garnacho's behavior? Was he right in the way he behaved, or he was wrong? What should he do better? Let's interact there, and I'll be there to talk to you. Until I see you again, take care.